rude not to eat her pie, which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Although, hopefully not. Ironic, isn't it? It would be rude not to eat her pie, which I assume is not only hot, but also moist.
Are you insane?
Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder,
But he drinks a lot, so...
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. Would you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road. Close your eyes. I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road. I'm scared if I stop all at once, the cumulative hangover will literally kill me. Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger? Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger?
Oh my God! You killed a hooker!
Call girls!
No, Cyril, when they're dead, they're just hookers! Oh my God! You killed a hooker!
Call girls!
No, Cyril, when they're dead, they're just hookers! Ironic, isn't it?
Which I assume is not only hot, but also moist. Although.
Are you insane?
Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder,
But he drinks a lot, so...
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it.
Are you insane?
Maybe some mild post-traumatic stress disorder.
But he drinks a lot.
So yeah, I think I've got a pretty good handle on it. Handle.
When they're dead, they're just hookers.
The thermostat's becoming sentient. Oh God, that's how maximum overdrive started. Would you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road. Would you close your eyes? I kind of feel like I'm banging taillights on a country road.
Danger zone. Danger zone.
I'm scared if I stop all at once, the cumulative hangover will literally kill it.
Step right this way. Life breaks inside. Step right The skinny man, I see Siamese twins, sexy snake woman, beautiful bearded lady, unbelievable blockhead, painless human pincushion, and CBS fired you.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
Man, what? What? Oh! What was in this shit? Yeah, what was in this shit, man? Welcome to another Drunken News Report with Slim Cyborg and the Stream Pervs, and we have a bunch of awesome, amazing guests on our panel today. So let's go ahead and bring in our co-host, and that's everybody's.
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yes, I guess you're right.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm doing okay. It's ups and downs, you know. But yeah.
Gutters and strikes.
Yes.
Gutters and strikes,
Like the widows, like Widowski always says.
Yes, because that is also that is from The Big Lebowski. And he does quote The Big Lebowski a bunch, but that is from The Big Lebowski. If you've never seen that, God damn it. Yes, if you've never seen that movie, you fucking watch that shit. It's fucking amazing.
I might.
Yes, exactly. I'm dropping in to see what condition my condition was in. Anyways, let's bring in the rest of our guests and businesses of the things and stuff. And let's start with everybody's favorite.
War never changes. And we are the Galactic Penguin Federation, NASA's enforcers. We rain fire on our enemies and fight hand to hand across the galaxy. We are ever seen, yet we are never seen in our fight for liberty. We will kick down any door and fight any secret societies.
I knew it. She's a lizard person.
My name, Commander 401. And this is how we handle our problems.
You gotta step up and beat that bully with a stick.
If you don't mind, Mr. Tuck, I'll wind up your action.
That would please me very much. And you may call me Tick-Tock.
Why weren't you turned to stone, just like everybody else?
Because I am not alive, and never will be, thank goodness.
Thank goodness I'll
Right.
never be alive. Anyways, welcome
Thank
our lovely panel. I'm so glad all of you are here because we have a great selection of peoples of what we call y'all humans. And so thank you for
Well,
being here.
And
Let's
penguins and dogs and
Yes.
robots and
You're only-
clockworks.
You're only
We have
a mixed bag here, really.
we have truckers, we have a clockwork, we have a dog, we have a commander penguin, and we have a brainless and a slim. So we have the whole gambit of almost all of the international beings that collaborate
awareness.
together. Yes, exactly. Similarly, we almost have all of us together. So how is all y'all doing?
better now. But I was talking, we were
Awesome.
talking about that last time. Yeah. Hey.
And we'll talk about that later if we feel like that we. Anyways, I'm glad Rex, you're doing wonderful. Commander, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. After this, I gotta finish some editing of videos, and I need to make the music video for the Banana Man. Because I think unless anything changes and I come across some real horrendous dirt, we're going to be making fun of Ray Comfort.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that fucker. God
I got to
damn
get my
it.
song back polished out for that one.
Please.
Maybe you'd like to offer it up as an alternative.
Is Kirk still got his thumb stuck
Banana
up?
Man, he's a cunt. He thinks he speaks for the Holy One. And those are the lyrics.
Okay, I did my lyrics as per like Piano Man from Billy Joel.
Oh, okay.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, I've done.
I do want to hear it.
We played it all.
Yes.
I'll send it over to you, Commander. But hey, that's good to hear. Yeah, Ray's always a lot of fun in a very bad way.
Yes, and Kirk is
He's
still
a
juggling his balls in his mouth. But anyways, let's say hello to the cinema chats right quick. We have our Canadian Ollie man.
Hey, Ollie.
Hey, Ollie.
Hey, Ollie.
We
Ollie
have
was
a
on last
yeah.
night doing
you got this
political
skits is in there.
stuff
So you
there
went-
with Mikey.
Okay, and we have
before we do all the hellos,
AE.
can I point something out from one of our?
Sure, go ahead.
I just wanted to point out I saw a post from our favorite mama, Glover Mom, and she's out of the hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
And we
were-
just want to wish her well.
Yes, and thank you for saying that. I was going to say something about that, and thank you for.
I'm sorry
starting
if I
No.
put it out of order.
No. You just made it so that I remember to actually do this. Mama, welcome home, and we hope you have the best of everything. And always, when you watch this, because I'm sure you will, if you need anything, mamas, you will let any of us fucking know, and we will be there and we'll help you out because
we is here for you.
You helped the foundation of this goddamn motherfucking community. Like when it started, you weren't around when I got into it, but then when you came into the zeitgeist of it, you helped make the whole community. So anything that Mama needs or anybody else in the community, if you need, y'all hit us up and let us know.
Well,
and we will make sure that we help each other out because that's what we're here for. Not to just be debunkers, not to just be whatever's. We're here for the community.
And on that note, as she mentioned, she would not be able to stream.
Yeah,
I'm showing her her links. If you donate to her, $10 or more, let me know. I'll do a shot because I got tequila.
Sweet.
I've got
Hey, look,
lemons.
I'll
I've
go
got
with
salt. So
we'll do things and stuff if people donate. Just let us know that's happening, and then we'll go from there. So let's say hello to the Demon Orbs.
Hey, Demon.
Hey, Demon.
We've got the Aaron Massa.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Hello, Aaron.
And because our channel sponsor is here, the Skiptima Crushers,
hey,
here
Skipsy.
is
Here we go.
their commercial.
Let me take a ball.
And there we blow.
Poor pussy.
Poor pussy.
one got smashed twice.
Hey, a pussy can take a beating, but I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
I know personally pussy can take a beating because I have beaten. Never mind. No, we'll talk about that later. I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say something that I was gonna probably regret. Is saying I beat up.
You almost pulled a Trump.
I almost said I beat up pussy really good, and that would have been a horrible thing. God damn it, I did say it, son of a bitch. Anyways, I beat it the right way with consent.
At least you caught yourself.
Yeah. At least I caught myself before I said it, and it was, "Hey, Billy Boy Blue." Yes, and then the mangoes. If anybody else can help out with the mangoes, then let us know. If there is. If there is a goal for things and stuffs, then let us know, Mango or Mama, if you can make it. I have been promoting in the pinned message. I will eat bugs for $20. And if that helps to help pay other people money for the things, I will do this. So if anybody sends mango
population.
Yeah, well, obviously that's going to help out. So if anybody wants to send mango or Mama $20, I will eat a bug for that. And if you send it to me, I have. Yes, and that too. I have. No.
Or
no, I don't.
I think the last scorpion made you sick though. No scorpion.
Well, it was the black one, but I have cockroaches. I just have weird bugs to eat. They're not.
Well, I mean, okay. It says biohazard on the bag, so yeah, there you go.
Biohazard.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
This is biohazard on the swim too, doesn't it?
Probably somewhere. Probably he's got it somewhere. Yeah.
And we have.
Hey, Dave.
Desk. Hey, Dave. So let us know.
Hail Bigfoot.
Figure that out. Hail Bigfoot. Exactly. Everybody but Hail Bigfoot in the side of my chats. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start with what days of the years it is. So it's National Name Your Car Day. So if you've not named your car, I have no idea what the fuck this means. Name your fucking car.
Oh, it's like
name my truck, my motorcycle.
Well, I mean, it's like from the Stephen
My car's
King.
called Crazy car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in the 1950s, everybody named their hot rod and shite, right? I mean, like
I think Purple Rhymes with Orange did a whole Name Your Car Day special today.
Yes, they did a stream today on that.
If you missed it, go check that out. Not now, after this is over.
Yeah, and everybody go and show Purple Rhymes Orange love.
I was on the stream too. Yes, she needs love.
Yes, so everybody go show them.
Everybody needs love.
Well, I'm in the Discord.
Speaking of people that are great community supporters and builders, Purple's right up there.
Yes, definitely she is. Is my lovely pet here? Pet dragon is here.
Oh, the pet dragon.
Hey, Tank Girl, you want to pet my dragon? I'm sorry.
Look,
God damn it! Behave! God damn it! Fucking brainless. Anyways,
I've been making a lot of Tank Girl art. If anybody's seen it,
yeah, she does good art.
She does too. But I've been making some in the Discord. And if you watch Tank Girl, she does like late night. It's late night for me. Late night art and crafts and Legos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Late night for you is usually getting up for me because like
early morning
quite often
for you.
I get up
totally
to go to work and like Rex is streaming. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you up? Oh yeah, time difference.
Yeah,
exactly. Big
hours till the 15th.
Big old difference.
So, Skeketin. I'm totally butchering the fuck out of this. Is a vibrant celebration in Indonesia that pulses with energy and tradition. It honors the birth of the Prophet Muhammad.
All right.
And this is in Indonesia. And this is
it's a very Muslim area, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is a cultural tradition that is blending religious devotion with local customs. On the day, the street comes alive with music, dance, and sounds of the gamelan and traditional Javanese musical ensemble.
Oh yeah, Java's over there. Yeah, Java isn't just coffee; it's also a place in Indonesia.
Yeah, and so this
Indonesia is the most populous Muslim country in the world.
We don't often think of it because we think of the Middle East, but that's absolutely true.
Yeah, you totally think of that. Totally, and so that's why I love doing these things, because we learn a lot more.
We learn new shit,
especially us white fucking people. Is we learn other cultural things, and so it is National Custodial Worker Recognition Day.
You do need to recognize those folks because they do a lot.
Yeah, you got to recognize
all
them.
of the
Otherwise,
background
you don't
stuff.
know who to ignore. Oh.
Well, and they're the reasons why your bathroom is clean, your hallways and other things are clean. And then we have World Farm Animals Day. So everybody celebrate your world farm animals, not just your farm animals, your world farm animals.
Yeah, celebrate your farm animals by eating them.
What's the weirdest animal that's farmed, do you think? Other than salmon?
Camels?
Camels? Yeah.
I'm going to go with that, even though I'm pretty sure that they farm other animals that are even weirder. But I'm going to go with camels off the top of my head.
There's a lot of insects that they farm.
Yeah, there's a lot. Shrimp,
snails,
fish. Yeah, snails.
Yeah.
I mean everything.
We were talking about. Y'all were talking about. Go ahead, Brian.
Anything you can eat or milk. Like that's getting farmed.
Yeah. So go ahead, Rex.
You know they farm tarantulas to boil them and eat them in Indonesia, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's not something I would have gone into, but
so next is a National Compliment Day. So everybody compliment each other.
Slim, you're the nicest android from the future I know.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, guinea pigs. Yes, they farm guinea pigs, and that does sound very fucking weird.
Don't forget to compliment your guinea pig.
And I'm complimenting y'all. I love all of you, and you all are amazing being my guests on here. If I didn't have you all, and I didn't have everybody in the cinema chats and our lovely people that are here, I would be speaking into this microphone, into this camera by myself. I literally still would do this by myself at this point in time. But you all make it worth it. That I
probably would.
Yeah, I've done my own stream all on my own for who knows how long.
I did a lot of this on my own for the first year that we were doing this.
Yeah.
And then we found all of you, and we had this lovely community that has been here. And everybody say hello to the Spooky Bed Hair.
Oh,
welcome.
Spooky Bed Hair. Woohoo.
Yeah, I'm a big nose. Totally. Yeah, totally.
Spooky's a great supporter.
That's awesome.
Moves around like a ghost.
They are. Yes. So let's get into this next. And let's get into every state in the U.S. is the worst at beep. And let's get into what each one is the worst at.
All right.
So the first state is Alabama. Most child smokers. Alabama is one of the few states in the union that has raised its smoking age to 19. But apparently this is measured. It's improving health as much as fast food restaurants soliciting and many calories and blah, blah, blah. Smoker is going to smoke.
Nice. So the previous smoking age in Alabama was what, 11? And they raised it all the way to
and then they raised it to 9. No, it's probably 9. Okay. No, it was 9 and they moved it to 19.
No, but probably was 9.
Funny story. In the state I live in, which is Virginia, I live in Virginia.
Okay.
We had the cigarette machines that were like vending machines. If you had 5 quarters, you could throw them in the machine and pull a tab and get from a Marlboro to a Pall Mall to I don't know, whatever kind of.
Wait. Hold on. How long ago did they get rid of those?
When they raised it to 18. That was fucked.
You're like, oh yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say when I was a teenager, bars and other restaurants still had the cigarette machines.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and then
They
they
were
then they
around in my
disappeared.
youth for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
they vanished. Yeah.
then they disappeared in the Americas. But when I went to Germany and Holland, when I was a teenager, every street corner in Germany in certain towns had a cigarette machine on every street corner, and it was literally was like
here.
You're not,
yeah.
you're not
Are they
wrong.
still? Wait, are they still? They're not. They're not still there, right?
I don't know. We
No,
gotta do another
because
vending machine
at this
episode.
point, we've got a rule like the cigarettes are allowed to be sold, but they're not allowed to be on display.
Yeah, that's what it is in the Americas.
And that's
Technically,
what make them go. Not the age restriction.
But just
Because
have them
the law.
we all have an ID card. Like that's like quite universal, and like you can just scan it, and then it can verify your age.
I think in the 1970s is when we outlawed. Maybe it was the 1980s when we outlawed tobacco and certain alcohol promotions in certain ways and shapes and forms.
Right.
And that's when the cigarette industry disappeared to the zeitgeist of like the children, because they were trying to market the menthol cigarettes and Camels and things to children, technically, without, you know what I'm saying? Like they had Camel.
Well, filter cigarettes were kids' cigarettes, right?
My great grandfather.
I'm joking, just a little bit.
Sure.
Just a
But it
little
was
bit.
more. It was more the marketing that they were doing. And then if you ever like went to a rich neighborhood and around the liquor stores, there was no cigarette ads. And if you went to the ghetto and you went around a liquor store, there was cigarette ads all around the liquor store. It was so fucking weird to see the difference between how they marketed to rich people comparatively to poor
That is
people.
weird.
Well,
I
I mean,
smoked John Player's
back in
special
the day.
because I knew what was a good smoke.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh,
Go
sorry,
ahead, Rex.
Rex. I wasn't trying to.
No,
Go ahead, Rex.
Me growing up, I grew up in a NASCAR town. The cigarette ads disappeared off the NASCARs.
Winston, it was the Winston Cup.
Yeah, Winston and Marlboro and all that shit just disappeared.
Because
Virginia's a producer.
Because of the 1980s law or whatever the fuck came into play, or maybe 1990s, or at some point in time before the 2000s, there was a law that came into place where they couldn't promote things in a certain way, just
you
like
couldn't advertise
alcohol.
like on anything in the public at all. You just had to have your product, and you could still sell it, but you couldn't advertise it. It was what happened here. I think it was very similar.
It's legal to advertise it in the UK as well. And they're all in Ireland about up in the age to 21.
And then
that's what
and then in the Americas, they changed, at least in Colorado, they changed the promotion laws for alcohol in like 2010 or something. And liquor and alcohol sponsors, beer sponsors, sorry, they used to drop off 24 packs of Tall Boys of PBR. They would hand us a whole case of fucking vodka for my touring bands for free. And then they changed the law and they were like, sorry, we can't give out the alcohol that we used to.
Alcohol.
And yeah, they can't promote the alcohol in the same ways they used to and stuff and things.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it. I lost so much fucking sponsorship because then I didn't have to.
Well, what they did was they changed the law because that was the barter system.
Yeah,
I do a service for you, and you do a service for me, and they can't collect fucking taxes from that shit.
No,
Which
yeah,
is
they want
stupid, which is stupid because literally we're talking about hundreds of dollars, not millions. So fuck. Anyways,
Well,
everybody say hello to our mangoes.
To in the government coffers, though, right? Hello, mangoes.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Slim, because you let me sidetrack the hell out of the
people
conversation.
used to.
I appreciate
my mom told me that back in the 50s and 60s, before they changed that, tradesmen used to build each other houses for free.
Yeah.
Mm.
And now they can't do that
Carpenters
because
and
now
plumbers and whatnot.
Yeah, now you have to like get the permits and the things and the stuff. And I do understand regulation. I do understand regulations.
There is something to be said for
No, but
someone that works
technically
in
you
that
can
industry.
still do it. Like you just need to
you have
the
to be
paperwork.
very quiet and very. You have to be
Well,
very
there's
careful of how
anyways,
stuff's done.
anyways. Let's keep cracking on. Mangoes, will you please check? Mango, will you please check your decimal cords that I sent you this morning, and will you please let me know if that's real or not? Because we're gonna go over that in just a second. Once we go through this, so we still have a gazillion and a half states. We'll only go through a handful of states because this is going to take us 150 years to go through all 50 states at this fucking point in time. But let's get into Alaska, the highest chlamydia rate. All of the oil money apparently leads
what
to.
did you do over there?
You've been hanging out in Alaska, man.
I know. I should not be giving everybody chlamydia in goddamn Alaska.
Did you pronounce
but
it chlamydia?
yeah, it's chlamydia.
Clam. Okay.
Totally. It's because it
I
definitely
was just about
affects
to
your
say, we're not
clam.
going without and finding out what Alaska's the best at.
Yeah, so it is the best at giving clams.
It's the best of the worst, or the worst of the best.
Clams of the midias.
Clams.
Yeah, no, but like that's the whole thing with America. They all think like, oh yeah, we're top one. Yeah, but you're top one in lists like this.
Exactly, yes. We're the best at being the worst.
They're winning. They're winning.
Near,
You guys remember that song about the winner?
If it's going to get like this, hey, do Colorado next, and then do where's Commander at? Shit, I forget what you got.
Okay, well let's do
right
AZ.
here.
Let's do AZ first. We're gonna do California. We'll do Colorado, and then we'll do any other state that people want us to go through.
Yeah, Virginia.
Let's do
Massachusetts.
I know what Virginia is.
Yeah,
Let's
and
do-
Ohio,
let's do-
Ohio too, right?
Sure, let's do AZ
Because
right
that's where
quick.
that's where Vance is from, I think, or claims to be from. And Dave, he looks for the grass man out there.
Yes.
Oh, the Bigfoot version.
The Bigfoot, the Ohio,
Yeah.
the Ohio Bigfoot's called the grass
I know
man.
what
I
you're
think.
talking about.
Yes,
Oh,
the
do
ass
North
man.
Carolina too, because I like live right next to North
Oh
Carolina.
yeah, that's right there.
Sure, we'll
And
go
they're
through
good
some
at
of those.
smoking too, I bet.
So, anyways, Arizona, they're the worst at going to the dentist. Nearly 60% of the people in Arizona say they don't regularly get dental exams. So they have the most dentures in the country. I thought that was fucking Alabama or Mississippi, but no.
Arkansas gets an honorable mention. Fewest advanced degrees per capita of the people in the state. Okay.
I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure
Fewest
that's what it
advanced?
is.
Advanced what?
Greatest cocaine use.
Okay.
Well, the
So,
greatest cocaine use. Jeez.
well,
That's
let's get
something to be
let's
proud
see.
of.
We'll get there.
Hold on. Let's get to Arkansas. So only 6.1% of Arkansanians have advanced degrees or higher education, is what Rex was
6.1.
just saying.
Yeah.
So they only 6.1 of Arkansanians, or however the fuck you say that. I don't give a fuck. But anyways,
but like with that, like that's not necessarily their fault. Like if people want to get a higher education,
there's community
education somewhere else might be better.
They have ways to do it. They have
after
ways.
that, when you have those papers, you have to have jobs that you can get with those papers.
If you get one into
Okay,
like
hold on.
philosophy or shit, yeah, you're not going to go nowhere.
Okay, so go ahead right quick, Commander, and then I want to crack on to my state.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, if you get a useless.
No, but Commander.
Oh, the what?
Commander.
Is there anything you want to say, Commander, right quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
No worries. Okay, anyways. I thought you wanted to say something, but let's crack on to Colorado. The greatest cocaine use. The next time you're in Colorado and somebody is at a party and talking about fresh cut powder, they're probably not talking about ski conditions. Yes, I didn't realize how much coke was here, but there's a lot of fucking cocaine here.
Who would think that they would be talking about that?
You know what? It's a very
Remember, hold on. Listen right quick. We have Denver, which is one of the largest, like the third largest, fifth largest city in the world, right? We have Aspen. We have all these ski towns where gazillionaires fucking live. There's so much
that's why the
cocaine here.
coke's being used.
It's in no, that's exactly why we have so much coke. There's a lot of rich fuckers that come through this town. They don't live here, but there's a lot of goddamn cocaine here, and I can say that firsthand. Yeah, and I can say that firsthand that I see a lot of coke around me. Do I do it? Fuck no, I don't do fucking hard drugs anymore.
Good idea, Slim.
Yeah, because you don't know if there's fentanyl in it or anything.
No, you can enjoy it when Eric Clapton's singing about it, but not so much when you're when you're
holy shit! Wait a minute,
burger sugar up your nose.
What's the next state we want to go over?
Hang on, go back up to Hawaii.
Hawaii,
and don't forget California.
We already did California.
Oh, you did? What was California? Why did I miss that?
California is the most populated city.
Oh, the most populated city. Okay.
Okay.
Polluted?
I know we actually didn't. What?
Was that polluted or populated?
Let's see. I know we actually didn't go over. I'm an asshole.
No,
we didn't actually go over. I'm a dumbass.
Well,
Anyways,
no, we jumped over cocaine, but you know.
Well, you were from there originally, right, Slim?
Yes, I grew up
and
in.
Silverman was from there, so
I was raised in California.
Hit that one.
So everybody knows that Los Angeles feels like it was imported from Mad Max the movie, but not surprisingly, there's a lot of air that gets sucked from Bakersfield, Modesto, Sacramento, and Fresno. So there's a lot of motherfucking people in the Californias, in these areas. And if you ever have to go to Bakersfield, bring a knife or a gun. It's not gonna be.
Don't go unprotected. No.
Yeah, no. Bakersfield is like where there's a lot of meth. Just FYI, if you're gonna go there and you want to do meth, that's just go there for that. But no, make sure that you have a weapon on you.
Interestingly enough, Bakersfield is very Republican, even though it's got a lot of meth and a lot of crime, and they don't seem to be able to do anything about it. Because they don't want to, because they want you to be afraid of the crime.
Yeah.
You know what? Crime does pay for some.
Just like Indiana, the most meth incidents. A huge upset here. Who you think is the title next to Florida? So yes. Let's see. What's another state? What state are you in?
New York.
Let's go with Rex. What state are you in again?
Oh, wait a minute. No, at the bottom there, it says Louisiana has the highest murder rate. Wait a minute. Let's look at that for a second.
I think that's true.
Louisiana has both the highest murder rate and the highest death by firearm. So think twice about sending your way to Mardi Gras in Louisiana. And otherwise, the guy like Russ Cole.
Actually, you're more likely to be robbed in the cities, but you're more likely to be murdered out in the country.
Yeah, out in the country, because it's like in the middle of nowhere. You drive down the wrong fucking. If you drive down the wrong fucking backwoods road, you ain't gonna make it out of there, boy. If you know what I mean. Anyway,
exactly. You best not get lost there.
You know, did we hit Kentucky?
We can do
Kentucky. And Ohio. And did you hit Ohio? I know we mentioned it.
Okay, let's do Kentucky. They are actually where the worst to be an animal in. So they have the worst state.
Yeah, because they fight your chickens.
We were talking about
you can do anything in
they have the worst
animal.
Yeah.
Is also maybe most likely to be like stuffed and mounted.
Wait a minute.
Totally, yeah.
Massachusetts was kind of
New Jersey. You're the worst for speeding tickets in New Jersey.
In New Jersey, I knew there was something fucked up about that place when I drove through.
God damn it! Yeah. All right, so let's see. What's another state that we want to look at?
North Carolina.
New York?
North Carolina.
See, look, a bunch
New
of fucking
York
dumbasses.
is worse
I knew
to
it.
be a
I knew it. They're a fucking bunch of dumbasses.
North Carolina was determined to be the worst state for education based on the number of factors such as education spending, student to teacher ratio, and percentage of dumb kids.
That cannot be true. That cannot be true. That is probably
They are not fucking wrong. I'm telling you.
measured by the schools
hold them back
themselves.
on that one.
But like, I think this one's going to be changing soon. That's probably going to be Texas.
For I don't know. I don't know. North Carolina.
A lot of the a lot of chapters from science books, because we cannot be teaching that. We cannot teach people about climate change and stuff like that.
Where the fuck did I see that recently?
Well, we have like 3 other states. Anyways, South Carolina, which is where I was gonna move with my ex, has the highest rate of violent crime at 766 per 1,000 residents. So you probably are gonna get stabbed or shot.
60% chance.
I know.
Of having been in a violent
next door. That's next door. Let's go back up to Tennessee for a second.
The Tennessee. You're the only 10 I see.
Well, fair enough.
We knew that one was coming. I think Slim and I said it at the same time.
Yeah.
In Florida.
Keep your hair on.
It's the most dangerous. Tennessee is the most dangerous. That all they said was Michael Jackson. And that's so weird that they fucking said it. But anyways, let's crack on.
Virginia. West Virginia fewest college graduates per capita. Fair enough. I get that. Totally.
Yeah.
Virginia, lowest oil production per capita.
Okay, there we go. The lowest oil production per capita. Yeah, that's the worst thing out of.
That's a positive.
West Virginia.
Virginia is actually a very nice state to live in.
Yeah, but West Virginia.
Like when. In fact, the people in Virginia are fucking spoiled. So get this, in Florida, the taxes on a mobile home that I could get $5,000 for was $6,000 a year, because the Republicans in the state legislature invented something called a pass-through, where you pay your landlord's taxes and then you have to pay your own. And so my taxes was $6,000 a year. They said the landlords wouldn't pay. You know, they said it was already figured in your rent. Why the fuck should you worry? So we had to pay an extra $3,000 a year. So I get to Virginia, and the taxes on a $160,000 house, which is worth approximately $300,000 today, was like $1,200 a year. So they were bitching about that, and I was loving it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just need to see it from the other side to know how good you got it.
Well, fair enough.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Commander, if you do decide to come to Virginia, stay away from the eastern part along the coast. That place is full of meth and heroin and fentanyl. And just move a little more inland. Stay away from the big cities like Richmond and Norfolk, and
I mean, I don't think Commander's going to go looking for meth.
Well, I mean, I know, but the other people around her will.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem, right?
Yes, that is the biggest problem right there.
And then,
is
that where you are, Rex? You're right in Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I got on Hurricane Helene. It was great.
Yeah, how are you doing after that? That hit hard.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Let us
talk about it later. All right.
I guess we're gonna do this because our lovely Mangoes, the PI, she said this is true. So we're gonna have to go over. I thought this was fucking fake, and we originally said this was fucking fake on our channel, and I can't believe this actually is real.
Yes.
We did not make this mistake for you. You did it yourself. You fixed it your fucking self.
I know. Like I said. So the woman who got the Trump tattoo on her forehead wants it erased, and she's asking for strangers' help to remove controversial ink. So after facing backlash of her tattoo, she's now asking for how much money? Let's see. It's $5,000 if I remember. She's now asking people to pay for her to get the tattoo removed. She's thinking about spending thousands of dollars after removed. So she's asking for $5,000 or
Now, here's the thing, right? You couldn't pay me $1 million to have the name of someone that I liked tattooed on my forehead.
Exactly.
But you know, Triumph Motorcycles is very close in spelling. She might want to see if she could get a sponsorship deal from them. And
maybe.
just change a couple letters might be cheaper.
If you look
Remember,
at
hold
my
on.
thingy, please here.
What? Oh yeah. That's what they showed up here. That's what they showed up here is her doing that.
Yeah.
But anyways, she's British born. She's not even American. She's British, and she fucking did this. I did not want to believe it was goddamn motherfucking real. Son of a beast things. That shit happened.
Money for tattoo removal.
What the fuck would possess someone? I think you're not even in America. And, you know, I liked Obama, but I was never going to get an Obama tattoo. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I
Look.
never got. That's the problem with the difference between us and cultists is they're gonna fucking do this dumbass shit. So
no, not that one.
If you've not,
that's way too much me.
If you've not voted in the poll, please vote in the poll. We're gonna go over this and that first, and then we will get into our subject. So the world's largest waste to hydrogen plant unveiled, which can put 30,000 tons yearly output. So Hyundai Engineering aims to contribute to sustainability by transforming plastic waste into hydrogen, accelerating the transition to a hydrogen society.
Okay.
That's not going to work.
Here's the thing, though. Do you remember the Hindenburg accident?
Yeah.
Where the fucking thing burned
Was
up?
it hydrogen?
That was full of
hydrogen.
That was
hydrogen. Okay. Yeah. But the way they're doing this is through small ports. They're not putting a shit ton of hydrogen in certain areas.
But you have to store it somewhere. But also, like if you do this, the only thing you can replace with it is natural gas, because if you use it to get electricity out of it, the making of the hydrogen is like uses 10 times more electricity than you could get out of it. It's like
but what we're
1 or 10% that you can get back out of it.
Well, let's see. But what they're doing is they're taking plastic waste and turning it into energy. So in that case, what's the better of two evils?
So they're burning the waste. So they're burning the plastic.
And they're instead of expelling the hydrogen, which they normally do, into the atmosphere, they're actually turning it in and saving it and using it for other places.
But what they're doing with the carbon that comes out of it?
Let's find out. Let's just see. Once again, could this be something cool and that it works? Let's see. Most of the times, do the things that we look at fucking not turn out to be a thing? Fuck yeah. But that's why we go over these things. So this unveils its organic waste in hydrogen and plastic waste in hydrogen turning facilities for the first time at the H2 Mobility, Energy, Environment Technology Conference held in that place. Somebody go ahead and let them in. Just wanted, but so both plants combined will produce more than 30,000 tons of hydrogen annually, making it the world's largest facility in its field. So what they're doing is they're growing the hydrogen business by connecting that blah blah blah. So waste to hydrogen is organic waste such as food waste, sewage sludge, and livestock manure generates a large quantity of methane. Which causes global. And so now they can take the waste and turn it into hydrogen, and then they can use that as a way to power thingamabobbers. And what we're going to talk about in just a second is a way that we're going to power something else by doing this. So and they're removing the biomethane and the CO2 and the impurities and the biomethane to reform and reborn it as a hydrogen. So taking these wastes that we cannot really do anything that could be caustic to the environment, the air, and the atmosphere, and then now they're going to be able to hopefully turn them into a biogas hydrogen product.
Well, the thing that bothers me is, okay, you're putting this hydrogen in a compressed air tank. Okay, think about a diving tank. That's what you're going to have under your car. And let's get that all shook up and, fuzzy and shit, and see if it don't blow up.
Sure.
I'm thinking it will. I'm thinking it will.
Well, let's get closer because we're already having problems with the fucking batteries that we have for EVs, and they're exploding.
The problem with the hydrogen is basically like it. If you have natural gas, it needs a very specific ratio of air to
mixture
gas to explode, and like hydrogen, it's a very wide range of that mixture of
it to happen
that is explosive.
Yes, exactly.
Not just volatile, but explosive.
And so let's crack on. So plastics cannot be recycled at the end of being incinerated or deposited in landfills. So they can now take the contaminated plastics, composite material waste like toys and vinyl, and now they can make them into hydrogen. So now we can make them into something that is usable, and we can get rid of the extra waste, right? Let's just see in the future if this actually works. So if using 130 tons of plastic waste as a raw material will transform into 24,000 tons of hydrogen that can be processed in an environmental friendly manner per year. So we're getting rid of gazillions of tons of plastic and turning them into something we can use. And what is one of the things that we can turn this into is this. And this is one of the potentials that we can use.
You're not sharing anymore.
I know. No, thank you, Brainless. I know, Brainless. Thank you, because that's why you're my co-host. Because then you can, and I get that, and we all get that. But let's listen to how we're setting this into making it different than a huge balloon full of it that can have an oxygen mixture happening when it explodes, and then a small spark causes it to do what happened with the Hindenburg. But let's look into this now, which says world's first 5,800 mile range hydrogen powered drone that they can now use, and it can fly up to 14 hours.
Oh, and also, okay, that makes sense that's happening in the same area.
Go back up to the picture, please.
Sure.
If you would. That looks cool as fuck. I mean, you were fine that design a little bit, and refine the fuel a little bit. Fuck yeah, I can see that working.
Yeah. And so now this is something that you can have hovering around a certain area to keep data going for fires, for environmental other things. It literally is just going to be able to do long duration surveillance.
Well,
so
not to be telling tales out of school to get surveillance on everybody back in the day when I was in the military, you gave a bunch of pilots speed and gave them fucking SR-71 Blackbirds, and they
you
flew,
just made them fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bird took pictures while dude flew it. Yeah. More or less.
And so they have flown this drone remotely in Germany, and the operators were located in South Korea. 5,778 miles away, they were able to still operate this autonomous flying vehicle. So now long range operations of these vehicles. And is that good or bad? I don't know. Hopefully we don't use this to like bomb other people, although it's going to be used for that. But anyways,
it'll be weaponized. Yeah, give it a year or two. Yeah, it'll be weaponized.
So instead of having just 10 to 30 minutes using a lithium battery, now this hydrogen, little itty bitty, it's like a little hydrogen thing that's like this big that can go to 14 hours. So now we can, if you're looking for somebody, like say there's hikers that are lost, we can sit there. We can look for them for hours and hours and hours trying to find them instead of just having a hiker
and also
having
and the advantage of using a fuel over battery. If you land, you can blow it full with hydrogen again, and you can go up again.
Yeah.
Oh,
no charging, because that's what I would think is the biggest disadvantage of electrical vehicles: the charging.
Totally.
Like if you use gas or diesel, you just drive up to the gas station. You throw in some liquid and you're off.
Exactly. They just have these fucking tanks, and you pull it up and you just hook it up to the tank, and you just just like you're saying, like petrol or something, you just put it back in almost immediately, especially if you have a pressurized system. It's going to throw the pressure from one side to the other if there's nothing filling this tank, and then it's just going to fill almost immediately. And if you had like 20 of these and you were looking for a lost hiker, looking at war zones, all kinds of things, the fire thing that we talked about before, all of these different ways, now we can now search and find people's and
if they can refine this to be easy to use and safe, because again we're talking about hydrogen.
Well, you have like individual hydrogen fuel cells. You unplug the empty one and you put in the full one, and then you recharge the empty one and then take off with the full one.
And there you go. And now it's like immediate.
Yeah.
And you can do it like almost anywhere around the world. All right.
Yeah.
We did the fucking Trump bitch with her fucking fake tattoo on her face, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, it wasn't fake. It was real, and she was begging for money to get it removed.
Double check.
Funny, actually.
So, Brainless, what is the poll at in the side of my chats? Because
I cannot see that because you've got something else pinned. That is quite annoying.
Christ.
Well, I voted for the graphene chip in your brain, so.
Let me see. I was trying to not.
There's three
insane in the membrane.
Because sometimes this fucks. Okay, so we have the graphene brain chip is 36. We have vertical indoor farm at 29. We have recycled glass salsa 21, and we have the lotus leaf power at 14. So I'm going to end the theme of our will you please brainless
already copying that shit, my man. Already copying that shit.
Are we doing the vertical?
That's the
There you
second
go.
one. So let's go ahead, and the first one is the graphene brain chip. So let's get into that.
Right. I need a recharge. Hang on,
I'm gonna go ahead and check my YouTubes to see which one we have for the things and stuff. Cause I'm sorry, I'm lazy. I don't want to read as much, especially if I found videos that already tell us all about these things and stuff. And I have like a handful of other things. So we're gonna go over the debate highlights in a second. But let's go ahead and we're gonna go to the graphene brain chip. So give me just a second to share that as soon as I get to where I'm at. And here we below.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to All About AI Tech. Today, we're diving deep into the world of brain implants, a field that's absolutely exploding with potential.
I'll be right back.
I'm talking about a Barcelona-based startup called InBrain Neuroelectronics that's making serious waves with a revolutionary new brain implant. And guess what it's made of? Graphene. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be as pumped about this tech as I am. So what makes InBrain's technology so groundbreaking? It all boils down to their unique take on brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. Think of BCIs as the ultimate bridge between your brain and the digital world. These devices record signals from your brain and translate them into commands for computers. We're talking about everything from controlling robotic limbs with your thoughts to helping people who can't speak communicate again. But there's a catch with traditional BCI technology. The metal chips they use can be problematic. You see, our brains are basically swimming in electrolytes. And over time, these electrolytes can react with metal, causing it to corrode and become less effective. That's a big no-no when you're talking about something implanted in your brain. That's where InBrain's graphene chip comes in. Graphene is essentially pure carbon, engineered in an incredibly thin, strong...
Come down and get it!
It's like the superhero of materials. Because it's not a metal, graphene doesn't have the same nasty reactions with our brain juice. This means
our brains are nasty.
Deliver more powerful signals and even stimulate the brain directly. Now, you're probably wondering, when can I get my hands on this amazing technology? Well, hold your horses, my friend. InBrain is starting with something perhaps even more incredible, using their graphene chip to revolutionize brain tumor surgery. Imagine this. A surgeon is removing a tumor from a patient's brain. They need to be incredibly precise to avoid damaging critical areas, like the parts of the brain responsible for speech or movement. That's where InBrain's graphene chip comes in.
Did they do a commercial? God damn it. I'm sorry if they did.
No.
Okay.
No,
okay,
it's a bad AI telling the story.
No, it's totally a horrible AI. It was.
Hey, look, I just want you to put it in a safe gun and shoot it in the back of my head, and I'm good to go. That's what I'm waiting.
And it seems like it's probably a grift, because most of the companies that even come close at least show what the device looks like.
Yeah, but this is not the company itself.
This is an advertising company. All right.
Okay, so here's the actual theme of the world's first graphene-based brain chip implanted with in a cancer patient. This is the world's first human-produced of its kernel interface in a patient undergoing a brain tumor resurrection. So this is what that actually looks like. This is how they make it, and it's on this film strip. Spain-based the startup has successfully demonstrated the capabilities of the graphene-based brain-computer interface. Whew, that's goddamn a lot of fucking words. Anyways, to perform precise tumor surgery, and so they have used this in the world's first human procedure in its cortical interface, undergoing brain tumor resurrection. And so, yeah, I did find a stupid AI thingy, mabobber. I'm sorry,
and
but it was just easier for me to
look. It's
in the side chat. I posted a link to somebody doing like an actual speech about it, and it's like it's a 10-minute video. So if people are interested in that,
yeah. So go watch that.
It's that goes a bit more in depth.
Well, I mean, if you remember from Star Trek, they put corticosteroids on, stimulators on the front of people's skulls, and they'd bring it back.
Yeah.
Brought Chekhov back, and that what was it for? The Voyage Home or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically they're working on that. Yeah, so I get it.
So before we get into the other subjects, this was something that I wanted to go over in Crazy Shite, but I actually kind of forgot. But this is more like news. Kim Jong-un executes 30 officials because there were floods that happened, and I don't know if you don't know. Here we go.
What the actual motherfucker?
Now to North Korea. Kim Jong-un continues to keep the Korean peninsula on the edge. He has ramped up missile and weapons testing. Kim wants to keep the threat of a nuclear conflict alive. And back home, he's been cracking down on his officials. Last month, devastating floods killed thousands of people in North Korea. They were caused by record-breaking rainfall and possibly triggered by climate change. But Kim Jong-un is blaming
it's called climate change, but what is he blaming it on?
His officials for these floods. In fact, he's held 30 of them responsible for the disaster, and he executed all of them. Our next report tells you more.
Gee, we don't need to actually look any more further into that
And to give you an idea, they have a stadium in the middle of Pyongyang or whatever the fuck the capital is.
Yeah.
And he actually took a quad cannon to a ex-lover in public.
And that just
an
happened.
Anti-aircraft quad cannon.
Was that like a week ago?
Actually,
I think.
No, that was when Obama was president.
Okay, because he just did something close to that recently.
For execution.
Yeah, he recently.
It might have been those fuckers that he just murdered.
No,
That's a preferred execution.
Yeah, no, I think he just did it to a female for some reason. But these people, I think that they sent them on the water and they blew them in the water. But let's crack on. So
hey, look, human sacrifice always works, right? It worked in the past, right?
Yeah,
right.
Human sacrifice always works. Anyways, let's go ahead and
sex advice.
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sex survey. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll talk about that on Discord, man.
Yeah. So, really quick, we're not gonna do a whole stream on the vice presidential debate, but we're gonna watch highlights from it right quick, and then we'll get into the rest of our thinking about because this is part of the fucking news. Is this bullshit? So here we blow. Like, yeah.
Oh, hey, Brainless, get a hold of me on Discord about tomorrow.
Yeah, Brainless.
Yeah, Brainless, get on your job.
Yeah. Let's do the highlights of the vice presidential debate.
Did he lose the election? Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
It's a damning non-answer for you to not talk about censorship. Obviously, Donald Trump and I think that there were problems in 2020. We've talked about it. I'm happy to talk about it further. But you guys attack us for not believing.
So did he win or did he not? You fucking little punk bitch. And nobody's fucking attacking.
And
son of a
I think that was defining that part. He lied from beginning to fucking end. Did Jay?
Yeah. Go ahead, Commander. Right quick.
How the fuck did Kamala Harris censor people when it was private platforms that said, fuck this, people are dying, we're going to provide consequences for the first time in forever for spreading lies?
And the DOJ went to a handful of platforms and said, please do not propagate this misinformation. Biden and or Harris. Too. Yeah, and it was neither one of the president or the vice president who had anything to do with that this douche nozzle over here is speaking about. But let's crack on.
In democracy, the most sacred right under the United States democracy is the first.
Yeah, but Trump is trying to destroy democracy and take it over and make it so that he is a dictator.
First Amendment. You yourself have said there's no First Amendment right to misinformation. Kamala Harris wants to use the power of government and big tech to silence people from speaking their minds.
And then once again, if you have private companies that have a TOS, a system of what you can and cannot post there, that is not anti-First Amendment. The First Amendment has to do with the government.
Yeah. The government can't tell you what
let
you
me
can.
explain it.
Explain it to us there, Commander. Sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Commander.
No,
go ahead,
okay,
Commander.
let's say you have a restaurant, right? And you don't like Nazis. And you got a fuck ton of people just show up wearing the Swazis. Well, you can ask them to leave. And if they scream, it's my First Amendment, you can get the cops to come in there and remove them because it's private property. Similar thing to a platform like this. If they don't want hate speech, Swazis, or people lying about disease, they don't have to have you.
Yep. Yeah. My favorite thing about when I was working in the bar industry. The bar industry is the easiest way that I can explain this. Every time that I worked at bars, being the manager, the GM, the bartender, the server, anything, we always had a sign right behind us in the bar that said, I reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. That's the thing that these idiots don't get. That being a private business, I get to tell you no matter what. If I don't
there is an exception.
Unless you're being racial.
It cannot be a racist reason.
No, of course, obviously. And obviously we would never do that.
Handicap, or religion.
Obviously. And that's
sexuality.
Go. Sure. But that's the thing is when somebody's being a dick to me, I can be like, nah, fuck you, homie. I can fucking make you leave here.
Look. There were bars down here. You know, I grew up in the South. I grew up in the damn dirty South. There were bars that would have signs on the front door: no shirt, no shoes, no service.
No service, exactly.
Yes. And then there was like one hanging behind the bar, like you said, Slim. We reserved the right to refuse service.
Refuse service to any
assholes like you.
Yeah,
and, you know,
yeah.
It didn't say nothing about color or nothing. You being an asshole, you're fucking out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the whole thing.
So that sign basically said, like, you can come in without pants.
Well, hopefully they wouldn't. But the whole thing, there were
depends who's coming in.
Well, there would be people that would come in without their shirt, without their shoes, without fucking other things, and you're like, nah, homie, like I literally can't serve you.
It's not.
But, and as soon as you start being a dick cheese to me, like I literally can be like, I'm cutting you off.
That's it. You've had enough, buddy. Yeah.
And so let's crack on.
That is a threat to democracy that will long outlive this present political moment. I would like Democrats and Republicans to both reject censorship. Let's
look at Tim Walz's fucking head. He's shaking. He's like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Persuade one another. Let's argue about ideas, and then let's come together afterwards.
You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. That's the test. That's the Supreme Court test.
Tim, fire in a crowded theater. You guys wanted to kick people off of Facebook for saying that toddlers shouldn't wear masks.
Senator, the governor does have the floor.
That's not true.
Fire in a crowded theater, that is criticizing the policies of the government, which is the right of every American.
Senator, the governor does have the floor for 1 minute.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that on January 6th you can just fucking
fucking tear the shit down.
Police. Yeah, you can't assault police, and you can't go into what do they never say, and what I wish the news organizations, the majority of the news organizations would say better is, you went in to a private place of the government and you think that you're not in the wrong. No, there are like no, the public just hold on, give me just 1 second. The public does not get to go into these certain places in Congress, in the Senate, into where they invaded. And you think that you're in the okay? No, you can't just like walk into a judge's chamber and like start fucking doing whatever you want. There are governmental private places. Like, do you think you can walk into fucking any military base and go, I am an American citizen? Exactly. I am an American
You want to get shot?
Yeah. Do you want to get shot? You want to? What do you think that happened on January 6th? That people were going into places that were public? Fuck no. They went into fucking the chambers of fucking Congress. They went into this person's place. They went into all these.
They went into their office.
And like as they said, like
anything else.
And now he's talking about people getting kicked off of Facebook. That's not the government. That's a private company.
Again, that's what we just said. In fucking exactly.
Well, Google looks like Disney. It owns it all. So yeah.
And then, like I'm saying, on January, in all these places. Okay, BLM. During the riots, a bunch of fucked up shit happened, and they did destroy things, and there was damage. Did they take over cities? Fuck no. Did they take over city blocks? Not really. Did they take over one police station for a week and a half? Totally. That isn't what happened like on January 6th. And once again, people went into
those are all government little groups.
Yes, and they're all yes,
a big organization.
BLM and Antifa are all separate thingamabobbers. Go ahead.
And Trump said that if you defaced a Confederate war monument or a Confederate monument, he'd give you 10 years in prison. Yet he wants to pardon fuckers who laid giant deuces and shit all over the Capitol.
Well, do you know what he said about
stupidity?
You know what he said about if you burn an American flag? He wants to put you in jail forever and or deport you, or he wants to hang you from a noose.
You know what? You know what's fucked up about that? He supposedly went to military school. You know what you're supposed to do with an American flag that touches the ground?
Yes, I know. You're supposed to actually burn it. You're supposed to take it and get
don't
it
tell
into
me
a
I
certain
can't
thing
fucking burn a flag and you're gonna put me in jail for life and shit. Because fuck that noise. They told me that like in basic training in the military.
Yeah. And you know what I fucking even
And you're not
hate
supposed
worse?
to wear a flag.
Yeah, and you know what?
You're not supposed to wear a flag as clothes.
No, it's supposed to only be a flag on a pole that's blah blah blah, and it's always lit, by light, natural or by you know what I'm saying? Like you can't have a flag. If you have a flag that's raised up in the nighttime, it has to have a light on it. Otherwise, you're supposed to take it down. There's so many rules that these idiots don't know that, like some of our dumbasses know, which is.
Yeah, they
Go
just
ahead,
pick
go
and
ahead.
choose. They do.
Yeah.
They just pick and choose. And,
Yeah,
and
and
you if it's raining outside, like it has been here for 4 fucking days. Anyway, we'll
You're
talk
supposed
about
to take it down.
But
Anyways,
you're supposed to take it down. If it's
And
raining,
Mr. Bork, we got something in the side chat that needs attention.
Okay. All right.
Fucking
Thank
what?
you.
That's
you.
That's going to be a shot.
Thank you, stupid. Are we doing? We'll do a shot for that. For sure.
Okay.
I'll do a shot for that. Like that's like 14 euros, so that's more than $10. So.
And Pet Dragon, you're completely right. Antifa's a mentality, not an organization. There's not an actual like real thing like the fucking Nazis or the front or whatever all these things, the 3%ers and all this stuff. They're actually like organizations that are pulling together and stuff. This is just people coming together to be anti-fascist, which means anti-fascism. Which is funny when they say, my favorite thing is when they say Antifa is fascist. You're like,
yeah, no, but also,
okay. And let's give the political spectrum of that which can be anti-fascist. You can have Winston Churchill on the right. You can have FDR on the left. You can have Ronald Reagan to Bill Clinton. My goodness, that's a ton of people who'd be anti-fascist.
No shit. And what does the prefix anti mean? Not.
Yes.
Against.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. So much. All right. Cheers.
Take a shot. Hang on. Let me take a shot.
Let me put some salt on there.
Dude, give me a bottle of honey whiskey.
Okay. Cheers, Rose. Yeah.
Ooh. Burns a little. He said,
let's go over a little bit more of this, and then we got our other subjects over. But of course, we had to go over this because it just happened.
Please.
On to you.
Yeah. Well, I don't run Facebook. What I do know is I see a candidate out there who refused, and now again, and this I'm pretty shocked by this. He lost the election. This is not a debate.
If you become vice president, why should Americans trust that you will give Donald Trump the advice he needs to hear and not just the advice he wants to hear?
Well, I don't want to be hung. I don't want to be hung from a noose. So I'll tell him whatever he wants so I don't fucking die. That's literally what he needs to say.
Well, first of all, Margaret, because I've always been open. And sometimes, of course, I've disagreed.
Yeah, you've been so open about how you hate Trump in the last couple of years, but now you're on his side and now you're sucking his micro penis and his micro balls.
Oh,
tell us how you...
And there's a picture of JD Vance in the Slim Cyborg general chat that should be pulled up. It's an actual picture from his college days.
Oh, did you post that? Oh yeah. I've got it. I've got it up.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know. And we'll do that in a second. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Agreed with the president, but I've also been extremely open about the fact that I was wrong about Donald Trump. I was wrong, first of all, because I believed some of the media stories that turned out to be dishonest fabric.
I was wrong about Donald Trump because, like, I wanted to be this fucking put in the public light, and like I didn't think he was gonna like ever fucking make me VP. But now that he has, I'm gonna suck his cock and do everything I can to fucking
I'm gonna carry his balls
of his record.
You asshole, lion ass, motherfucking cunt, whistle ass, like snake oil salesman.
But most importantly, Donald Trump delivered for the American people. Rising wages, rising take-home pay, an economy that worked for normal Americans.
Then why did you say that he was the next Hitler in the past after this already happened? Now you think that he did the best for everybody and everything? Okay,
yes,
you blue-eyed fucking almost blonde-haired fucking neo-Nazi. You fucking Nazi. You're a fucking Nazi.
A secure southern border. A lot of things, frankly, that I didn't think he'd be able to deliver on. And yeah, when you screw up, when you misspeak, when you get...
And you know what's my favorite thing is Trump was talking shit about Waltz was taking notes, and he had notes. You know what you're supposed to do when you take debate class, right? They literally tell you to have notes already drawn up and to come and to write notes about what you're supposed to be defending after your opponent gives you an opposition. And Trump is like, oh my God, look at how much Walz is a nerd because he decided to, no, dumbass cunt. That's how you're supposed to do this shit, you fucking twat. Just like how they make fun of Kamala Harris for having notepads Instead of her reading off a teleprompter, she actually, just because she has been in the fucking legal system so long, she has it all written down. Instead of reading it off a teleprompter, she can check her notes and look at the teleprompter, and then she can go off of that, and then she can write notes off of that, just like fucking Waltz is doing right here. He is writing notes to make sure that he can rebut whatever he needs to rebut, and he can remember it, even if he doesn't have to rebut it now. He can talk about it later. That's exactly what a coach does. That's what if you're...
That is the polite thing to do. They write it down, and then they rebut it later. Unlike other people that is like, oh, they're saying something, I need to jump on it now before I forget it. Because that's...
Now we have it. Go ahead right quick, Rex. Go ahead right quick, Rex.
Brainless, you brought this word politeness. That word vanished a long time ago.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, but the other thing is right quick. Walt is an ex-coach. When you're a coach, what do? You make notes of the fucking game. Unless even if it's being recorded, video Lily. I don't know, that's not a word. But even if it's being video recorded, even if it's being
I understood.
Even if it's being video recorded and audio recorded,
video recorded.
That's what you do when you're a coach. You have your fucking notepad and you have the things on where the players go on it and when they go onto it. And then you flip over and you make notes of when a player does this and that or this or makes a mistake or other things. That's what a person who is organized would do. Trump is like, I go into everything, and if I listen to somebody for more than 5 minutes, I already know exactly everything I need to know about everything that's going on with that fucking thing. Really? You think that you know about the fucking nuclear war after listening to 5 minutes of anybody talk? You're a dumb cunt. That's why he is doing what he's doing comparatively to what Vance is doing. And he is just repelling everything that's coming at him. Where Walt is actually putting up strategy and policy and what's going to happen in the future. So anyways, let's crack on.
Fair enough.
Something wrong and you change your mind, you ought to be honest with the American people about it.
You said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year.
Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured...
Why would he lie? But
my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times, but it's always been about that. Many times I will talk a lot. I will get caught up in the rhetoric. But being there, the impact it made, the difference it made in my life, I learned a lot about China. I hear...
So he was actually there, and a lot of these douche nozzles, thank you all of our veterans, these douche nozzles that never went to war, even though JD Vance is a thing, but he never went anywhere, right? He was like a bookkeeper, to the best of my knowledge.
He never saw combat. But I mean, I didn't either. But I saw a lot of people. Yeah, my job was different in the Army. So
JD Vance only did how many years comparatively to what Waltz did? And then Waltz was a teacher. He freaking he did so much stuff for the community. He started the first gay LGBTQ LMNOP group in a school to help gay and lesbian children find a community. Like, dude, he's been a fucking amazing. What have you done, JD, other than like you barely were? I'm not gonna say anything anti-military because I never was in the military, so I can't say that. But look at the comparison to these two. Let's just put it that way, and let's keep cracking on.
Fair enough.
hear the critiques of this. I would make the case that Donald Trump should have come on one of those trips with us. I guarantee you he wouldn't be praising Xi Jinping about COVID. And I guarantee you he wouldn't start a trade war that he ends up losing.
So first of all, Margaret, before we talk about deportations, we have to stop the bleeding. We have a historic immigration crisis.
No, we don't, because we need immigrants, either seasonal and or permanent. And if you don't understand that that has a thing in the Americas, look at what happened in California, look what happened in Florida and a couple other states when they yeeted all of the immigrants or told them or made it so they didn't want to be here. We lost a shit ton of farming. We would have had so much more agricultural money coming into the country in the last years since 2020. Go ahead.
There's interesting history behind the immigration the conservatives are bitching about. You see, when Ronald Reagan was governor of California, he threw open the border. He refused to enforce it. They refused to enforce the employment because he wanted to break the labor unions. Cesar Chavez was actually leading protests against the illegal immigration. He wanted to make inroads with Latinos for the Republican Party and to break the unions. And that's how it started.
Yeah. Well, and
we have a picture of J.D. Vance wearing CCCP shirts in college.
Exactly.
He actually did do that.
Yeah, you can pull that up. I got that ready.
Go ahead and go ahead and share that right now, right quick. Then. Yeah. And this guy's a douche nozzle because he's just trying to become famous. And I think that he doesn't think that he's going to become VP, but I think that he thinks he's going to make a bunch of money off of going through this process, like selling books and or doing tours and things like that. So go ahead and start sharing that, Brainless.
Hey, Brainless, I got a quest for you. Got a quest for you, my friend.
What?
Find the clip where Donald Trump says back in the 90s, the early or mid 90s, that if he was to ever run for president, he would run as a Republican because Republicans are stupid. He actually said
I would believe that. I'd believe it. All right, so let's crack on with the rest of this.
And then we'll get to the subject. Just because Kamala Harris started and said that she wanted to undo all of Donald Trump's border policies.
Except for that they had that border thingy-mabobber that Trump said that he wasn't going to do. But anyway.
Kamala Harris was the attorney general of the largest state and a border state in California. She's the only person in this race who prosecuted transnational gangs for human trafficking and drug intervention.
Yeah, she literally did all this stuff that was what they claimed that she didn't do, but she literally did prosecute a bunch of fucking gangsters.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No, you finish your point and then I'll get to mine.
No, that's exactly what I want to say. Was the gangsters and the people that were fucking up over here. She literally got rid of those people. Go.
Well, fuck now. God, what was I going to say?
Yeah, because yes,
yeah, this stupid is infected my brain. Oh yeah,
yeah.
They're human trafficking and fucking smuggling and shit happens. It does. But not as much as these motherfuckers say they do. And when Republicans get fact checked on their bullshit, they call foul. Oh no, flag on the play. No, you can't call me on my bullshit.
Yeah,
that's
and
well, go ahead.
Yeah, and so once again, the people that I knew that did human trafficking across the border and the drug smuggling were all fucking people that were legal citizens over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the illegals that are doing it for the illegals. Is there some of that? But yeah. And then the other thing is, once people get here through legal migration, they do not want to get sent back to their country because they violate laws. They're
They
going
don't
to
want
be
to put
on
a
their
target
best
on their
behavior.
back.
They're going to be on their best behavior. They're going to pay all the taxes. They're going to do whatever fucking their fucking slum landlord fucking says so that they can keep they're going to fucking work as many hours as they need to under the table or whatever. They're the ones that are still being fucking almost like human trafficked per se. And these douche nozzles, this asshole on the fucking left, and all the others like Trump hires 200,000 fucking illegal immigrants to work in his fucking properties because he doesn't have to pay them. Because he doesn't have to pay. Yeah, exactly. Tell me. So let's crack on.
Conventions. But look, we all want to solve this. Most of us want to solve this. That's why we had the fairest and the toughest bill on immigration that this nation's seen. But as soon as I was getting ready to pass and actually tackle this, Donald Trump said no, told them to vote against it because it gives him a campaign issue. It gives him to, what would Donald Trump talk about if we actually did some of these things?
The only thing that she did when she became the vice president, when she became the appointed border czar, was to undo $94.
When she was the border czar, she was not a border czar. You fucking cunt. She was working with 3 different South American countries, right? It was something, right? It was something like that. She was not actually dealing with the border of Mexico per se directly. She was helping with other countries, and she actually helped them, and they were able to stabilize their government and get things under control with her helping.
Well, here's the thing, okay?
Right?
Canada is our ally. That's our border to the north. That's the fucking
wait, Canadians are our ally? God damn it. I need to stop going to war with Canada then. I'm just kidding. Just keep going. I'm sorry, Rex. Keep going. Keep going.
And Mexico is supposed to be our ally to the south.
Yeah.
All these people, and then they're fucking demonizing Mexicans. Oh, Mexicans. Hey, look, we're not Mexico. We can't tell them how to run their country unless you want to invade them, and that didn't work well last time, did it?
Yeah, look at the Alamo, obviously.
I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there.
No, totally. And the thing is like, what do you want? A bunch of fucking double wide trailer trash, white trailer trash that's getting government assistance to work for you? Or do you want somebody from another country who's like, I'm going to do anything I can to fucking work so I can make sure I can make money for my fucking family and keep that's who I want.
Hey.
And the other thing that I always say is the best time I ever had was living in the ghettos of different places or around other people, let's put it that way, because Aurora wasn't ghetto technically, but every night there was a quinceanera, there was a Hindu festival, there were all these things. Every night there was a party. Do I want to party every night with everybody from around the world, or do I want to just be like, oh my god, I'm a white person and I'm scared of everybody? No, dude, I want to go hang out with people from around the world and go party and drink their fucking alcoholic drinks and eat their fucking food.
There are people who don't know anything about anybody else. When I was a kid in elementary school, summer school, they had international, every week we'd learn about a different culture.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, I loved growing up in certain places in San Diego, and every single day was another fucking holiday for somebody. And I'm like, yes, we get a party every single day of the fucking year. It's so amazing. Yes. Yeah, and executively amazing food, amazing drinks, drink and party. It was fucking awesome as shit. Like, why would you not want that to happen in your life? You fucking dumbass fucking white bitches.
There is the reason for that is the root problem of all the most of the problems in the world fucking religion. Because they do not believe what I believe, so no, I don't want them around me.
Well, actually, the major problem is rich white people in the Americas, they believe that their DNA is better than everybody else's, and say they don't want the mixing of the races. So if their children do not see the other people's, then they won't have sex with them and get married to them and mix their pure blood. And that's the problem that we're having right now. That's what JD Vance and Trump is going on about. And that's why there's so many people supporting Trump and Vance, is because they're for keeping the white blood pure. And that's why the 3%ers and all the other KKK and all that stuff is behind them, is because it is pushing down all the other races, because all the other races are subservient to them and not fucking pure. So they deserve to not be in the same place that the whites is. And that's the whole thing that we're dealing with. That's what Karenism is. When you look at the Karens and Darrens that are getting arrested, that's what it is. When you look at the, well, that is the main problem, is when you watch a white person in their middle ages and or above that are like, you can't arrest me because you're like, oh my Jesus Christ, do you not know how this world works?
Middle aged, like, have you? Oh my God, have you seen like the 18-year-olds?
Well,
have you seen the 18-year-olds getting arrested?
Yes. No, I watched a 20-year-old the other day that was a ginger. And that doesn't really matter, but he was a white ginger. And he was like, you can't blah, blah, blah. I know my things and stuff. And you're like, well, you're still in the back of the cop car arrested, you dumb cunt. So you obviously don't know enough about the law to not be arrested right now, you fucking idiot. And what was so funny is, like, half the time he's like, I'm going to sue you and you're going to lose your badge. And they're all like, oh, I do this every day for a living. Like, I arrest you all.
They watch too much.
What are you talking about?
They watch too much Chili.
Well, and homie said, one of them said, you watch too much YouTube, don't you? It was so funny when he said that. He's like, you're a YouTube warrior, pretty much. Anyways, let's crack on with this.
Donald Trump executive actions that open the border. This problem is leading to massive problems in the United States of America.
Oh my God! Having immigrants coming here to be part of the melting pot of the way that business happens in the America.
JD, where did your family come from?
Yeah, his family. And guess what? What's your wife? What is Trump's wife? I'm not anti people marrying women that became through the sex trade of another country, but literally that's what Trump and fucking JD Vance's wives are.
The most
and like what
JD Vance's wife is from India.
Yeah, but there's still an Indian sex trade where you can like go online, and I don't honestly know how long she's
mail
been
order
here,
brides,
but yeah, mail order bride.
But that looks like what Trump's got. And like,
no, but that's what I know Trump has. I know Trump has a mail order bride for sure. That's how his last wife is. And I'm not saying that JD Vance has a mail order bride wife, but that's why he has that, because he's so racist. He knows that he has a subservient wife that he can say anything to her and she will do whatever, because that culture and or he found her that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, hey, do you believe in this? And da 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 da, and eventually together. But when you listen to her talk in interviews, it's fucking, she's trying to get out, and I hope one of these days she gets out of that relationship.
We could come together and solve this if we didn't let Donald Trump continue to make it an issue. And the consequences in Springfield were the governor had to send state law enforcement to escort kindergartners to school. I believe
Because of your punk ass, JD Vance and Trump.
I believe Senator Vance wants to solve this, but by standing with...
He doesn't care. He just wants to become rich and famous. Just look at his punk ass already looking at fucking Walt on the left. Vance wants... He changed his name 3 times to become JD Vance. Not because he's so gung-ho and being what he wants to be. No, he's done that so that he can change it so that he can be a household name, easily to say, so that he can become famous.
Donald Trump and not working together to find a solution, it becomes a talking point. And when it becomes a talking point like this, we dehumanize and villainize other human beings.
Now, Governor Walz,
and that's what he's doing. That's what fascism does.
Brought up the community of Springfield, and he's very worried about the things that I've said in Springfield. Look,
it has done everything positive for Springfield. It's all been positive for Springfield. It would have been a dying town. Literally, all the meth heads in their double wide trailers would have already been kicked out of that town 3 years ago if the Haitians didn't come into there and revive their town with taxes.
Springfield,
Ohio, the only problem is there is too many people, not immigrants, too many people. The infrastructure there can't handle the amount of people.
Well, that's not even that's not even proven at all. That's what the people there say. I know. Well, that's what the people, but that still technically could be a myth. There may be enough houses. There may be enough everything, but once again, that's how a town gets built. When you have a growth in a town, then businesses can start again. Now you can build restaurants. Now you can have more gas stations. Now
you mean because there's people to buy stuff?
Yeah, and now their taxes have gone up 200% or something in the last year. So now they can actually, I get it. In the beginning, it can be overtaxing or overwhelming for a town, but that's how you build a larger society, is from around that. And once again, nobody's eating the dogs and the cats. Nobody's doing anything negative other than the white people that are now being anti. And it's the 4chan people. It is the fucking right-wing crazies that are now doing all of the fucking bomb threats and shit because they want to explode this. Because you know why they want to make this not a thing? Because if we have an actual representation of how immigrants come into a culture and make it a thriving society, they can't be fucking supremacist anymore. So that's why the Pure Blood Order, or whatever the fuck those douche nozzles call themselves, they are pushing themselves into this because they want to say we can't have
descended from people from Africa.
Yeah, we can't have a society and a culture, a town, a city that has multiculturalism, because if I'm born white, I should be able to get a free job, not work, call in sick every single day, smoke crack on my break, and be paid a living wage and be given a house for free.
Yeah,
that's not how the world works, you dumb cunt. Just because you're white, you fucking loser.
And you know what a fun fact is? If like any white person goes far enough back, their family is black.
They're exactly similar.
Humans evolved in Africa.
Yes, it began in Africa, like literally. That's what. Okay. I don't know. Did we do the vertical farm yet? Okay, that's
no.
Next,
I
right?
want to see that. That one's interesting as well.
Let's do that first. So the world's first indoor vertical farm to produce 4 million pounds of berries a year. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where is it?
Okay,
Where is
okay, okay. I'm gonna do it this way because I don't want to read. But, here we go. You just give me a second, and I'll get
Oh,
the
you
right
got a video. Woohoo!
a video of it, and then because I don't want to read, and we've been going through this, and it's been a hot
You know, I
second.
have the revoicers, so if you send me the articles, I can basically have an AI read it out.
Okay, okay. We'll figure that out for the next times of the things of the stuffs and my bobbers. But let's go ahead and share this.
How cool.
I'm gonna check. Yep, okay, okay.
I don't think people understand just how cool vertical farming is. Well, get ready to be amazed. The world's first scalable indoor vertical strawberry farm just opened in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
Covering 40,000 square feet. This innovative farm is designed to produce over 4 million pounds of
Strawberries is quite easy.
4 million pounds of strawberries per year. Jesus.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but no, but because of how the strawberry plant grows, like you can actually.
Well, yeah,
I
fair
can
enough.
see
But
that
you know,
you stack that like
yeah,
corn is not gonna be. It's not gonna work in this way, but like things like strawberries, yeah.
A short stalk vegetable and or fruit would
Yeah,
definitely be
but
usable
strawberries usually when they grow strawberries, they usually
It's
already
very short.
hang. Yeah, no, but they hang.
For this. Sure, okay, sure.
There's a hanging plant.
Sure. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Covering
When they're farming
40,000
it.
square feet. This innovative
That's
farm
what
is
she
designed
said.
to produce over 4 million pounds of strawberries every year.
Bow, chicka,
Here's the
bow,
scoop.
wow.
These strawberries are grown in a high-tech facility that uses advanced software to control temperature, light, and humidity. That means
Advanced
perfect
software.
berries year-round. But wait, it gets better. This method uses way less water and slashes greenhouse gas emissions, making it super eco-friendly. So, not only are you getting delicious strawberries, but you're also helping to save the planet. So next time you're munching on a juicy strawberry, think about the cool tech and green benefits behind it. Who knew farming?
Yeah, and so now it's a
And that like that is
that's
quite
one of
an that is like I wish that was around here because like I could get into that shit because that's interesting.
That's one of the things.
And
So
quite clean thing.
So give me 1 second. So that's one of the things
that's
about
a kind of investments in neat stuff that Virginia has.
Yeah, and so one of the things of ours when we're talking about like becoming more vegan, this is gonna push that a little bit more. So saying, okay, well now I can sustainably eat the salad. I know that sounds weird, but it makes it even more palatable to be like, okay, totally. There's like a 0.0 of the thingamabobbers to do this. But let's crack on to the next thing is. Mango, are you here? Mango. Calling Mango. I was hoping Mango.
Mango.
I'm gonna open this, but I'm gonna double check and look into the. Oh, I do have it in the YouTube, so I'm gonna read from it right quick. Let's just do it this way. So. Oh, I have to. God damn it, I'm stupid. Anyways, sorry.
Look,
Here we go. So let's go with this. Bell pepper, cilantro, and jalapenos can be grown in recycled glass from discarded bottles to make a sustainable salsa.
Wait, what?
So they can take.
Wait, what?
I know. So researchers from the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley have found that bell pepper, cilantro, and jalapenos can be grown from recycled glass from discarded bottles. And so what they do is, I'm gonna let the thingamabobber tell us. I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
But I had to tell you that first. Because this video does not tell you about it being for cilantro. It tells you just the best way for how this works. Let's put it that way. So give me just a second and we'll present it and we're going to go into this. And then here we blow.
This tiny plant is growing in soil mixed with glass, which could help solve 3 big problems. First, glass often goes to waste since it's hard to recycle when mixed with other materials. Second, there's
That's
a
why you don't
shortage
mix it.
we extract billions of tons of it every year.
So instead of it being a sand mixture, they can make it into a glass mixture. Because what was glass before it was glass? Silicate, which is sand. I know, I told you
It's a type of sand, yeah.
Exactly. Silicate is made from sand, which makes glass.
Third, soil erosion is making farmland less fertile and waterways more polluted. To keep glass out of landfills, some groups collect used bottles and break them down for reuse.
Yes.
This glass is the size and shape of coarse sand.
Yeah, so it's sand, technically. You're just regrinding it back down to sand per se, even though it's not completely it, but blah.
It's close enough.
Experimenting with adding
it literally is just making it sand again.
Yeah, you
Like
crush
that,
it up.
it's just-
It's close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's technically sand. And then you put the nutrients that the plants need and the water inside of that in a container. What do you have? Goddamn, a fucking place to
You
fucking
got a
grow shit.
hydroponic. You got the start of hydroponics. Yeah.
Yeah, because what do they do with hydroponics is they use sometimes, and a lot of times they use lava rock. And the reason they use lava rock is there's a lot of space.
It's
in between.
porous.
Yeah, it's exactly similar. Same
You
difference.
crush
when
the fuck
they're
up.
using-
Yeah.
Yeah, and same difference when they're using this. It becomes a porous material where nutrients and water can run through it while you're still having a thing that's going to be holding on to it that keeps it there, and it's going to be stable. So anyways, let's crack on a little bit.
it to soil for growing
More
vegetables.
science.
When the plant
So if you want to grow a pot, use grinded glass.
there you go.
plants bear fruit,
Right there.
the scientists
Yeah, right there.
will test nutrient
Exactly
levels and
similar.
analyze root growth.
Analyze? I mean analyze. She said analyze.
Oh,
I mean analyze. Never mind.
They hope that putting glass in soil will make it less prone to wind erosion. So they can use glass.
Yeah, and that's the other thing they were saying is it would cause less wind erosion because it doesn't want to move like small bits of sand, and so hopefully it will stay wherever it's supposed to be.
Waste to replace a depleting natural resource and support sustainable agriculture. This research is being presented at ACS Fall 2024, a meeting of the American Chemical Society.
So it has been presented. Presented as
You already
said before.
did this one.
Look, we're looking at some of Slim's weird shit now. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, if it gets heavy, if you saturate it with water, it's going to be heavier and not blow away, not like beach
exactly.
sand. Yeah,
Yeah, totally. So keep going.
That's what she said. Never mind.
Well, no, look, she said, please stop. And I was like, well, okay.
Yeah, that's what they say to you. To me, they say, keep
Well,
going.
I mean, we can smoke a cigarette and talk about it. And then,
We'll talk about that later. Okay, so really quick, let's go over this, and then we have things and stuff. But anyways, I can't believe this fucking happened in Colorado, but here we blow.
Forget the iconic "Welcome to Colorful Colorado" signs. This state has a new welcome sign of sorts, less of a greeting, more of a warning for drivers coming down from Wyoming.
Venezuela ahead. Be prepared, says the sign along I-25 southbound at the Wyoming-Colorado line.
Jesus Christ, god damn it.
Wait, what the fuck?
Do you know how far away Aurora is from the Wyoming border? It's 2 hours away. And they literally have this on our Wyoming border. And I live 20 miles away from the Wyoming border.
Okay.
Yeah. It literally says.
Yeah, but then still Venezuela is still.
My
How fucking
apologies.
far is that?
No. They're saying there is Venezuelans everywhere from here, the border, to anywhere in Colorado. I have never met a Venezuelan, and once again, we've talked about this. Venezuelan gangs are not taking over Aurora, Colorado. You dumb cunts. This is fucking bullshit. I can't even believe I have to show anybody this. There's not Venezuelans anywhere here in Colorado that are going to kill you. Literally.
You have your new opening, Slim, and is that Alf talking shit in the background? It sounds a lot like Alf.
It should be. Yeah, totally.
Okay, you know what he loved to eat? Cats.
Pussy. He loved to eat pussy.
He loved to eat pussy. That's right.
He loved to eat pussy. Okay, so the next thing
that actually could have been like the joke behind that about him eating cats.
I'm sure that was the background fucking thing for it. But anyways, all right, so let's get into the lotus flowers. And this is fucking amazing because the lotus flower thingy-mabobber is awesome because they've always represented energy and power and all that stuff.
Oh, fun fact. We smoked the black lotus into extinction.
Yes. Yeah.
Unfortunately. So there are no more black lotus.
This is the...
Yeah. Okay, so here we blow.
And deep in the heart of China, a scientific revolution is blooming. In a land where tradition meets cutting-edge technology, researchers are making groundbreaking strides. Scientists have unlocked a secret power within the humble lotus leaf. This unassuming plant, long admired for its beauty, holds the key to a cleaner future. This remarkable discovery could reshape our world, offering a new path towards clean, sustainable energy. By mimicking the natural processes of the lotus leaf, we can harness solar energy more efficiently than ever before. Imagine a future where vast fields of lotus leaves transform sunlight into electricity. These natural powerhouses could provide energy for homes, businesses, and entire cities. This is the promise of China's revolutionary lotus leaf power plants. These facilities are designed to integrate seamlessly with the...
You literally could just have like a little pond with lotus flowers and then have these diodes hooked up to them, and they just literally just power your house. But let's listen to what they're saying more to
the environment, blending technology with nature. For centuries, the lotus has held a special place in Chinese culture.
And the lotus flower means like life and the beginning of life and the ending of life and stuff like that in the Chinese culture,
symbolizing purity and resilience. Its significance is now expanding beyond cultural symbolism to practical applications. Now it's poised to become a symbol of innovation, demonstrating the incredible potential of biomimicry. By studying and replicating the lotus leaf's natural abilities, scientists are paving the way for a new era of energy solutions. By harnessing the natural processes of plants, we can create a greener, more sustainable future for all. This collaboration between nature and technology promises to revolutionize how we think about energy.
Yeah, so that's pretty much that. What they're doing is they're just putting diodes to it, and its movement through the water and from photosynthesis, it's causing all these electrical charges, and they're able to use that to charge things potentially. Once again, most of the things that we're looking on here or that we're like doing articles about is just test phases of things. So not always do these things actually turn out to be some things of the things. So let's get into the water cube, and then I want to do this right quick.
Think twice before buying your favorite candles this fall. Carly, don't you know that candles are toxic? Could harmful.
Let's go to normal speed. I just want everybody to know this because this is becoming more and more of a prevalent caution.
Chemicals be hiding in your home? I smell it and I immediately get a headache, and sometimes I get nauseous.
I'll be
right back.
You may
be
seeing viral posts on social media saying your air fresheners and candles are filled with toxic chemicals and you should toss them out. In tonight's cover story, I'm digging deeper into the potential impacts they could be having on your health and sniffing out answers about whether this is a real concern.
Answers.
With the flick of a lighter or match, you can instantly create a comforting environment and fill your home with fresh scents. Or maybe you skip the flames altogether and plug in your favorite fragrance.
I use like this ocean air freshener in my dorm. It's from Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, those are not
I don't really
good.
know what's in it. I just like thought it smelled good and I just like got it.
Many of us don't think twice about what's filling the air. But FGCU professor Dr.
Yeah, and just because something's being sold on a market in a large store or corporate store, oh, it must be safe. No, dude, there's a bunch of weird, crazy things in these that we're now figuring out that they're putting in there that gets thrown into the air. And if you have medical problems, it's not gonna be fun for you.
And a lot of these things just aren't known yet.
Yeah, exactly. Similarly. So
And that's also a problem.
Yeah.
MERS urges you to take a closer look.
When you see fragrance, it can be any number of chemicals that are first introducing that smell and making it volatile.
Some of the chemicals lurking in many candles include phthalates that can make fragrances last longer and preservatives like parabens.
If it wasn't a big concern.
Yeah, parabens, you don't want those. Okay, so let's get to the water cube. Let's go to that real quick, and that's the end of the things and system barbers that I have for today. So let's get into. I'll read all the thingies of the stuff to them barbers. Imagine a world where fresh water is always within reach, no matter where you are. The water cube makes 100 gallons a day, potentially.
We're taking the air around you and creating that pure, clean water.
Here, he's going to tell us.
And inside here, you can take a look. We've got a UV purifier and a high micron radiant filter. So, and what happens on the side here is we get the air that comes in through these filters. So we're basically taking the air and using a proprietary system on board to get those 100 gallons a day.
It says can up to 100 gallons a day, but it matters on how much water it can pull out of the air. But that's an amazing thing that can be a thing, especially for places in the middle of nowhere or whatever. Okay, that's everything that we have for today. So thank you all very much. Tomorrow is AI generated crazy, weird, and strange stuff, or whatever I call it. So thank you all very much for being here. Is there anything anybody wants to say before we get the fuck out of here? Commander?
Commander?
Brain, let's go ahead right quick.
Yeah, well, the only thing that I can think of to mention is the fact that there's supposed to be another stream on Friday. Not on this channel, but on the channel in the Cyberg chats by Pervs. And we're going to be doing stupid games. And we're going to be rude as fuck.
Yes, if you've never joined us in on that, please join us for that, because we have so much goddamn motherfucking fun playing games and being rude as fuck and out there and silly. So thank you, Brainless and Rex. Is there anything you want to say before we get the fuck out of here?
I might be over there tomorrow with you, Brainless, on that stream. I don't know. Depends on what the power does.
You're definitely invited, and we will definitely get you a slot to join us for sure on that, because we usually don't fill it up, but we'll if we have the sluts to fill, we'll fill you in our sluts.
I can find me some sluts filled. But anyway, we'll talk about it.
Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
We can talk about that later.
So thank you all very much.
Giggity.
Doggo, say good night.
Yeah, good night, everyone. I'm sorry being a bit quiet. I'm a little tired tonight.
No worries. We're glad you're here. We always
somebody else got
here.
to talk for a change.
Yeah. And then
Love you, dumbass.
Just give me dog shit.
Tank Girl, our pet, go ahead and put a link to your channel in the side of my chats so that we can all go and see you going live later tonight. I will try to see if I'm up that late, but normally I am not because I'm an old man. Anyways, everybody go show Pet Dragon some love and everybody else some love. If anybody wants to share a link in the cinema chats, do that right now before we get the fuck out of here, and we'll see everybody else tomorrow and or on other places in the near future. Why can't you post?
Why can't you post?
You should be able to post wherever the fuck you want. But anyways, all right. Thank you all very much. We'll see you in the next stream. Please like, subscribe, share, and or watch and or other things too. We need a little bit more watch time. So if people could just watch a couple of the videos on our channel, that'd be amazing. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow for AI generated weird stuff. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye, cunts.
Thanks for showing